Welcome everybody to episode number 13. Coming in hot with another addition to Zelia's New Order. Woo! And as you can see, baby, the new layout is being rocked right now. I might have to do some further adjustments later down the line, but now you can see the beautiful faces of each and every player and the beautiful faces of the characters they play. So if you all could point down from your face to the I saw almost, yeah, Arya has got it perfect. Irik has to go a little bit to his right. Yes, that's perfect. I swear you also have to go to your right and a little bit up. Up. Right. Yes. Perfect.
There I am.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And that is how you control your players like puppets. Now.
We're not actually pointing at anything, are we?
Yes, you are. You are. You're pointing at your own characters. Which is a nice sight to behold. I think gives a good frame of reference. But, yeah. I probably will have to change the token border on your face. Okay. Thinking for when we are not recording. Anyways, now we have this beautiful
Courtesy of Jack, by the way. He drew those.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
dope.
Shout out to Jack.
Too cool.
Thank you very much. Yep, I feel flattered. I'm extremely bad at taking compliments, so please don't do that.
An artist, true artist.
That's how you live. Yeah. I've also been thinking, like, should I make myself a token? I was like, nah. Oh, I should probably make like a demon face because that's literally.
Of course.
Oh yes, and I also changed like the name tag, so it has your name and also the class next to your guys' name, so people are also in tune with what you're playing. You know, which I also find very nice. At some point, okay, I have to stop brainstorming. Let's just get to the introduction, starting off with the one and only.
That's me. I'm Greg, and I'm playing this guy.
Nope.
Irik Spanner.
Nope.
Artifice. No?
You didn't show.
Really?
A little bit to the left. A little bit to the left. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
An artificer who is just slowly going insane. Probably already insane, but we'll see what happens.
Hi, I'm Matt. So I'm playing Dr. Fiera, somewhere down below. She's just some cool wizard who wants to uncover the past and bring new magic into the future, and I think she's gonna try to make some friends today. We'll see.
And I'm Skit. I play Isarel, the High Elf Druid. And I just got whisked away with my father, so can't wait to see what Dad has to say.
I'm Felicia. I'm playing Arya, a rogue who is terrified right now that her best friend's dad hates her because she lost a finger.
Oh yeah.
Well, you don't know that yet. Maybe he loves you for it. Because he secretly wants Isabel to die. We never know what's gonna happen.
That's a little terrifying.
Yeah, that's my belief. Okay! With Skid being illuminated by the sun. Nope, it's a PC. I think we can kick this shit off by starting off with the good old, the classic intro. I've just realized I haven't been playing any music while running. Oh my god. I only have the ambience for the high planes. Anyways, let's get this rolling.
Freedom. Something that all men and women strive for. Because to be free is to live, and to live is to experience the world around you. A gift given to us, and surely one that you should cherish and not waste. But it makes us blind, for while we stare longingly into the sky, boundless and free, more often than not, we miss the very cliff that approaches right in front of us. One that will most certainly let us fall to our own demise. It's still we will go out of our way to challenge anything and anyone who would dare impede on our freedom, who would dare to even think about taking it away from us. We will wage wars, forget friends, and curse even our own siblings and parents in the name of freedom. We would even steal it away from other people just to keep it for ourselves. And suddenly, we have become consumed by our own fear of losing this freedom. And in the process, we have abandoned everything else. Maybe we aren't supposed to be free. Maybe there are things beyond us that we do not comprehend yet, that hold more value than freedom. I challenge thee, O humble listener. Dost thou truly know what is right? Or dost thou merely see thy own fabrication of a blissful world that is filled with ignorance?
They have started moving, sire.
This soon already. I was hoping for at least 2 more days, but alright. There's the scouts who keep their eyes on them. And if anything changes in their movement, they should immediately pull back, understood? Now we'll have to just...
Are you sure this is a good idea, Your Higgledy? I mean, there would be countless casualties, right?
In a world that challenges both conviction and mercy, ruthlessness is a necessary tool to be used in order to move forward. Unless you want to stay here until the end of ages, sacrifices have to be made.
Yes. All things fall into place. Just had the burps there. Didn't have to record that. Yeah, just quickly ate that apple to fill my body with the nutrients it needs to give me that sugar rush. And with that new invigorated energy, we will start off with a quick recap, which is never quick. You guys, traversing through the large city of Zunania, have found yourself in quite a predicament. You do not know where the stolen Medax Earth Chrysalis is, although you have a few hints to who may have done it, but you definitely know a couple of people who are involved. A few lists of tasks you wish to accomplish, one of them being finding Renupela, the Ministers of Research and Development, as she has suddenly disappeared, and what she had to do with this all. after having a venture back into the underground, having discovered the dark port through means of a tunnel where you encountered a few thugs who belonged to a thieves guild called the Falling Branch. You then made your way back to the Vanspire, trying to gain an alliance or maybe some sort of patronship from the Vanspires. There you talked to a director who gave your fellow wizard and spell scroll, but your entire group kind of the task to kind of accomplish it. He didn't really specify what it was he wanted from you, leaving you a bit stumped after you have discovered that the scroll he gave you is a very old scroll that holds magic from a long time ago, one that seems to be of great interest of Fiera, and as such it is kind of her burden to undergo this task. But as the directive kind of put it, is everyone is involved in this, and this isn't kind of put onto Fiera alone, but it seems like she's the one who has to pull the trigger in the end. After having a bit of conversation and after you've retreated to the High Castle and discussing your plans, as Isabel opened the door expecting food to arrive at Fiera's boat, she was met by her father, high-standing diplomat von Sunania, a figure now mentioned several times indirectly by Isabel, as she kind of always stands inside of his shadow, and now literally is standing in his shadow as they brought her out to talk privately. And while the others were left alone, you had your own discussions, and Arya, you were also visited once you were alone in your chambers by your supervisor, who kind of, you presume, accompanied Isabel's father and talked about certain things going on in Corvallis, that there also has been a conflict emerging there, and that they believe that it probably has to be somehow connected to what is going on in Sunania, and that you should further investigate the guilds inside of Sunania, since the guilds in Corvalli have been predominantly involved in whatever is going on there. We are going to start this off in a private chamber where the door has opened and a tall elven figure with broad shoulders, kind of relatively well built for a elderly high elven man, but broader than most high elves, long white hair flowing behind him, robes adorning the colors of Corvalli, which are yellow, and as he kind of slides into the room, opening the door in front of him, and then obviously waiting for you to enter, Isabel.
I slowly bow to my father and enter as well.
You step inside of the chamber. It seems to be one very similar to the one Fiera is staying at. It seems to be like a single bed chamber, maybe the chamber that was given to your father to stay here for the day, evening, or however long he wishes to stay here. And as you enter inside, he kind of follows and then closes the door behind you. Doesn't lock it, just closes it. And kind of steps inside of the room. You can see this is a large space. Big spacious room for nobility to stay and rest. Probably 60 square feet. Tall ceilings, big windows looking out to the open plains of the high plains, and then beyond that the ocean. He kind of walks to the big stained windows. He has his hands behind his back like an older gentleman. He has extremely good posture as his chest is protruding outwards, but his chin kind of tucked in. He then kind of loosens up his posture a bit. His shoulders kind of aren't as tense anymore, just kind of puts them in front instead of pulling them back as he usually does. And then you just hear kind of a sigh coming from him.
Azathia. Please, I have to know from you first hand. What has happened in this city since you came here?
It has been quite a few eventful days here in Sunanir. The meeting that we had, I believe was only a ruse. I don't think it was ever meant to be a real meeting. Do you remember how you told me that there would be a representative from the Dwarven Nation? They found him dead before the meeting even started, yet someone pretending to be him was here. And then pretended to die and got away after stirring some people. This person created conflicts around the table and then just keeled over and died. And we were tasked to find out where the chrysalis got to, because apparently it disappeared now. And now we learned that the guilds have been working with other people to get it away from here. And now we learned that the ministress of I don't even know how this works here, Dad, but the gnomish woman wasn't probably not even herself as well, and it seems like everyone's trying to play a role and pretend they're someone that they're not, and then the Holy Lichness just decided to pay a visit, and they beheaded the Duke because he lost a chrysalis. And he's asked us, the people I was with, he tasked us to find it, or the same end is waiting for us.
Before I say anything further, I first have to say, as not only being a high-standing diplomat from Corvalli under the Archduke himself, but as a father, I apologize.
You can see he kind of turns around, kind of goes to you, and then you can see a very somber face that has kind of come over him. He puts his kind of he gives you like puts his hand on his shoulder. You can see his very broad hands, very rough hands, very unlike most high elves. You know, he has a military background, and puts it onto your shoulder. You can kind of feel the somewhat sympathy or empathy coming from him, and he doesn't usually show a lot of emotion. You know, your dad usually is very cold, very strict, more to say, not necessarily cold. And he says,
Azathia, you are my only daughter, and you are priceless to me, my biggest treasure in this world. It was an extremely foolish decision of me to send you on this task. For having put you in danger, I cannot call myself rightfully a father. This should never have happened. I should have been here instead. None of this is your fault.
you can see he takes his hand away, and then
I'll hold his hand in place and look up to him and just, I am exactly where I am supposed to be, Father. Do you remember when I told you about Servalon and my goal? Do you remember when I told you that I needed to find more? I am exactly where I am supposed to be. I found one of Servalon's children here, and I am working towards a better future for everyone. And sure, it's a little bit dangerous. It's a little bit out of my comfort zone. But Arya's with me, and I've met two amazing compatriots that I think the four of us together were stronger.
you can see kind of a smile curl on the side of his face, but it fades fairly quickly. And says,
You know, right now, you remind me when I first met your mother. He was similarly minded when I first met her. Also made me believe in the better side of things. However, it is still my duty and responsibility as your father, Israel, to protect you, and I have greatly failed in doing so.
and then he kind of takes your right hand, and then shows you your own lost finger.
I know that you are strong and that you have become strong, I can see it. However, it still pains me. For every pain inflicted to you is inflicted 10 times worse unto me. You understand? I wish not any harm to come to you. So I am giving you this option. I can't get you out of this. I will use all of my power to make sure that no harm or any further come to you.
As much as I wish I was home right now and with Mother and you, I do think that I have things to accomplish here. I don't want to leave yet.
Kind of nods. Once again, he smiles again.
Yes, your mother also said you would probably respond in this way if offered to come back. Seems like you have adopted some of my own worst traits. You're a stubborn young child. You're old enough, and if you truly believe this is a path that you must walk, then I am no person to hold you from doing so.
And then now he takes his hands again, and then he takes his robust structure and posture once again. Walks back out to the window, looks over the seas, and then he says,
well, I wish I was only here for family business. However, I also have some diplomatic interests which I wanted to talk with you about, since there are, as you have learned, not a lot of people that can be trusted in this day and age. Seems like you have gotten the front entrance to the diplomatic world, or at least the darker side of such a world. Corvalli has been, well, in conflict for a while now, which shouldn't be surprised. However, two factions mainly have emerged. Specifically because of this meeting that took place here, which is why I wanted you to come here, so I could clear things up on our home side. The Archduke, while at first when asked whether or not he should or would be in favor of signing the Zelianas Pact, was somewhat neutral and even against it. I advised him against it, since the consequences of it would be catastrophic for Azathia. However, his opinion has shifted in the last few days. A new party has emerged called the Reform Party, made out of people who are striving for Azathia to sign the Zelianas Pact. Most of the Chamber of Dukes in Corvalli are on that side, unfortunately.
Shit. Okay, we are back. It seems like I disconnected from Discord, and my Discord didn't want to reconnect. But I'm back online, as you can obviously see. And Skid is about to tell me what the last thing was I was saying, because I was talking to myself for
Yes.
a long time.
Oh. Sorry, my cat kicked a can. So my father was telling me that Corvalli is in conflict. There were two factions that were rising. The Archduke wasn't in favor of the pact being signed, but a new faction started to make him change his mind, and there was a new faction rising that was in favor of the pact, and then it cold cut.
Okay, then wasn't that late afterwards, and I realized it pretty early. Whew, good. I thought I was like talking 5 minutes to myself. I'm like, oh no. Did you learn the name of the party? Did I mention that already? I think that was the last thing I said. Oh wow, okay. Then, oh no, I have to get back into the wall again. Oh. Yeah, as you were saying, I will continue naturally as your father. Oh god, that killed my mood.
What's up?
When Jack's on the spot, he struggles to get back into character.
Get it together. Yeah, for something else.
Everybody look at him.
He says,
The faction as known as the Reform Party, the goal is to obviously rid Azathia of the influences of the Holy Lichniers, and are striving for a new political hierarchy that puts a focus on the development of our country and the people that live inside of it. The one who is leading this party, and also the one who I presume is responsible for persuading the Archduke, is Duke Kronberg. The other side is called the Friedensseite.
I should write these. So there's
I personally have been talking a lot with the members of the Friedensseite.
Friedensseite, by the way, is Elvish and translates directly into peace side, if you so will. Frieden being peace, Seite being side.
We have recognized what the threat would be in signing this pact, if not probably negotiated with the Holy Lichniers, and the potential dangers that come with it. I have been trying to request several meetings with the Archduke, but it seems like Kronberg has his fingers around him, and I have not been able to make great developments in doing so. If I do not come with some tangible evidence that this is a bad decision, I do not think I am able to persuade him. Which is why I came here. You were discussing a very important part of the Zelianos Pact. The chrysalises and their distribution, so I wish to know from you if you have any insights that you can share to me, with which I could hopefully persuade the Archduke to think otherwise.
Unfortunately, our discussions about all of this have been cut short during the meeting with Tyrone of the Dwarven Nation keeling over dead in the middle of the meeting.
I see, but have you not learned anything that might use of my advantage?
I mean, a lot of things have transpired in the last couple of days. We do. Hold on. This is skit thinking. Ouch. Just a reminder. From Matt, you had shared the pink flame note, right, with us?
Yeah, we all looked it over.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I have it though, but yeah.
Yeah, I know you have it. I just needed to be reminded. Okay, you had shared it with us. All right. So I'm gonna look at my dad and say, there is a group that is trying to get everyone to sign the pact with some modifications on it. They want the Atrium High Mages to be in control of the chrysalises.
Interesting. I mean, from a pragmatic standpoint, that is what would make most sense. But I could see how... Do you know who the people are who are requesting this? I have not heard any notions from the Reform Party.
I don't know who sent that, who wrote that note. One of Dr. Fiera, who's in my group, has the note with her. Perhaps after our conversation, you could spend a little bit of time with us to kind of go over what has transpired in the last couple of days. They might have a lot of insight, especially Eirik, who's been working with the chrysalises themselves.
Right, it seems like you truly trust your new friends that you have made. That is a good thing. Usually in diplomacy you make more enemies than friends, but I'm happy to see that you at least made a couple of acquaintances. Very well, if you think that their help is needed in this case, and please bring them over to my chambers. I shall wait here.
Well then, I will be right back, and I'll turn around to leave the room. And just before I exit, I'll look back to my father and say, I'm glad you're here. I need your help. And I'll leave
Okay.
to go back to our room.
Yes. So you step back to Fiera's room and open up the door.
Yep.
See, only Fiera is currently inside. Seems like the other two have left.
Finished with your father already?
Well, finished is a big word. I think we have some things we should discuss with him that he might help us with or not help us with. Seems like a storm is brewing at home as well, so
Well,
yeah, we might have we might have some information he needs. And
Oh. I guess to be clear, there do seem to be multiple sides that are colliding in the city. To which side does he belong to?
The one that will promote peace, I believe. To be quite honest, my father is a very, very prudent man. And kind of just like me, I take it from him. He'll do everything in his power to keep the peace.
Do you know how he sees the Atrium High Mages?
On a pragmatic level, he kind of likes them, but he sees how problematic they could be. Just like us, basically.
That's the perfect viewpoint. Okay, I'm gonna grab I guess the best wine off the cart and some of the snacks and just put them on the platter.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go talk to him.
By the way, where is Arya? Where is Eirik? Why are you alone?
It seems to be the night of the Inquisition. They're busy. Apparently her boss is here, or one of her bosses. I don't know, some guy. He didn't seem that important, so.
You actually didn't see that. You just
Oh, did I?
yeah. You just left because you wanted to retire for the evening, and then she got visited.
Oh,
and
she
then-
saw when she got in the room.
Yes.
Got you. Never mind. Everybody's retiring.
So they have rooms?
I didn't really watch them as they went down the hall.
I'm confused.
You-
And I'm just gonna sit there and start talking in my head. Arya, are you there?
I'm assuming at this point the 8 hours has passed.
No, I think they would still be up.
Yes.
Dad wants to talk. And Irek, you can hear that if you wish to. Because I'm speaking in the...
The group chat.
I'm kind of busy at the moment.
Great. Well... Catch you later then. I'll say hi to Dad from you.
I'm sure I'll be joining shortly.
Isn't it? I just want to clarify. Is it still night? Like, we went to go sleep.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were just
okay.
about. It's not like super late. It's like 9 p.m. So it's kind of like
Oh, okay.
pre-bed. It isn't like midnight or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer.
Okay. Just for your information as well, so you do know where each of their rooms are, since you know it's not the first time you've been here and you've seen them retire to each of their rooms. Just to remind you, you are like in the diplomats' manor,
Right.
where they
Yes.
each stay, and you're each on the same hallway.
Mm,
So
Yes.
they're
I
all-
forgot that detail.
So you could just technically knock on everyone's door if you wish to do so.
Technically, she doesn't even have to knock on my door because we share a room.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, do you wish to proceed, Fiera and Isabel, since you're kind of together right now?
I mean, it's your call. I need to eat, but sure.
Well, let's get it over with so we can retire to sleep afterwards and get that out of the way and then maybe have some insight as well.
Sure.
And please, just I see like you ordered some stuff to eat. Have your meal while we're talking. Don't bother with my dad.
That was the plan. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. Let's go see my father. And I'll just walk back to my dad's chambers and slowly knock on the door.
Yeah. Yes, you can come in.
Hi, father. It's me again. I have Dr. Fiera with me here. Dr. Fiera, my father. I'm literally blanking on my dad's name right now.
Cernon.
Cernon, yes.
Sir.
Cernon Leafina. Diplomat
Okay.
of Corvalli.
Thank you. It's an honor, and I'll go to shake his hand.
Yeah, he also comes to you and says, it's an honor to. A friend of my daughter is a friend of mine. And shakes your hand. Quite firm shake he has.
Sure.
So-
Yeah.
Just to make sure that everyone in this room is on the same page of understanding. Father, please note that Dr. Fiera is from Canaan and is associated with the Holy Lichness. Dr. Fiera, please understand that my father has the Holy Lichness very far up his rear end.
I understand that completely. I guess I can say a bit more. I'm from Fimberdeus. I'm actually part of the Faith Guide Institute for Holy Preservation, although I'm kind of here on more personal business. And I understand how our ways seem to be a bit prudent.
Yes, I have to deal with a lot of instigations caused by, well, your country. However, most instances with Fimbrodeas have been quite well, actually. It's one of the places I actually enjoyed the most. St. Thomas Aquinas is a very kind and understanding Eximius Council member.
Yes.
Unlike Friedrich Septimus, more could be wished from that man, but not everyone can be perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew you came here with your mother, Miss Nerial, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, she was sent home, quite against her wishes.
As I have heard from my own daughter. Well, it's still nice to see someone from Fimbrodeas taking a somewhat active stance in the current situation. Although, in your case, probably also in a bit of a forced manner, I assume. You probably did not wish to be in this situation.
I do wish I could act a bit more freely, but if anything, gives me more opportunity to accomplish some of my goals, like meeting the right people and seeing what is truly going on here and what the people have to offer.
Yes, a very diplomatic way of thinking. Probably once in the blood then. That is nice to know. Well, I was just discussing with my daughter over here a few things that I need a bit of help from, hopefully, you, gesturing to you as a group, not necessarily you specifically. And since it kind of somewhat involves the Celia's Pact, and you both have been tied quite deeply into it, I wish to have some information with which I could persuade the Archduke to maybe turn his opinion around on signing the Celia's Pact. As far as I understand, you two are on the side of not signing this pact. What? Is this correct?
Oh boy. So the pact as is was what we originally came for to talk about, right? Where it would be a little bit more flexible on the chrysalises.
That was kinda what you wanted to figure out. I bit my own tongue.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the pact that he's talking about?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same pact. It's the same pact. One of the
Oh, okay.
things of the pact was specifically, and the largest part of it was the elemental chrysalises, since they have these heavy restrictions from the Nicene Creed. Basically, just to have it in your mind, the Zelianos Pact is whether or not Azathia should stick with the Nicene Creed or abolish the Nicene Creed. Is how you can think about it, and one of the biggest parts of it was elemental chrysalises, which is why you had the discussion with Colors, since they are extremely heavily advocating for using them more.
Okay. So if we agreed to sign the pact, that's more or less continuing the way things are, with potential of changing things in the future.
Yeah, exactly. That is kind of the worry, that if you sign the pact, that the, well, you know, Holy Lichnius would see it as a declaration of war. In a sense, that is like the extreme, what's it called? Theory or fear that could happen, but you know, there is no evidence that actually will happen.
Right. I mean, it's just, yeah. Ooh, okay. Back in it. I guess personally, it's imperfect either way. If it were to be signed, that could be beneficial to Azathia and Colas, but ideally we could find a way that we could have all nations continue to work together under more flexible means. Obviously, the Nicene Council won't probably agree with that anytime soon, so I can't really agree to either way right now. I think a third option should be brought up.
Well, this third option was supposed to, well, be the very meeting that took place here, as far as I have understood it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, the outside, the general public has not known of what has occurred inside of Korvali, Sunahania yet. And I'm sure that if it comes to light, we'll definitely, well, extinguish any hopes of having a third option. Since people tend to, well, follow their trend, as I have learned through experience.
Right, it's only a matter of time before everyone finds out what a mess has happened here, and yeah, then who knows what's going to happen.
So, I think the best course of action for now, at least, is to delay whether or not we should sign the pact or not. In my opinion, so you know where I am standing, it seems you are an affluent individual who likes to know who she's talking to. What I wish to do, and I think is the best option for all of us, is to not sign it, since having it not signed just means that in the future there might be a potential to maybe change this opinion. So it is more a delay. If we sign it, it is sealed. It is an absolute decision that cannot be taken back anymore, and I am afraid if we do not know fully what the consequences are, that this is not a decision we should make yet. It is being done preemptively. So I wish to convince as many people that the better solution for now is to not sign the pact.
Well, if I may, I think the biggest problem with that, I guess I'll take out the pink flame note we got. Whoever, and show it to him. Whoever's been staging all this, the representative from Colas being killed and replaced. Then the Earth Chrysalis being nabbed. Obviously want to make a play. There has been a... What's it called? Hang on. The Aerials have kind of divined that an event is coming. And that I assume if the pact is not signed, that whoever took the Chrysalis will use it as a show of force. And that is probably our biggest problem, this faction that took the Chrysalis and wants it signed no matter what.
No, this is good information for me as well. I can use this to also convince the Archduke that nefarious means are being used to convince the higher-ups to sign the pact in forceful ways. Right, this is good. I am curious, however. The Atrium High Mages, they don't usually get involved into politics. And the opposite tend to stay away from it. There's a reason why they have built their Covers Magical Institute in their isolated area in the countries.
Right, that is a big question. I feel like if they did come together to make a play, this seems quite underhanded for them.
Yes. I shall make a visit to them then. I shall speak with them directly. Maybe I can find something out on that end, since you are preoccupied with this task.
Kind of looks over a bit worried to Isoel.
This seems very dangerous. Right. I presume you wish to keep that letter?
Oh, yes, I am actually trying to find out who wrote it, as they were quite clouded.
Interesting, that would also be good to know. Kind of hands it back. I would like to have a word with your other friend. Isara, you said he has worked on these chrysalises before. If you can tell me any more about it, with which I can hopefully inform the Archduke on better making a decision, that would also be greatly beneficial.
Isoel, you say nothing?
I think I zoned out.
He just basically said he would
Very sorry.
like to speak to Iwick, since you mentioned he worked with the elemental chrysalises.
I will try to fetch him in the morning. I guess he went to bed.
Morning then. Well, the faster the better. I hope to return to Cavalier by the morning, so I can start instigating a meeting with the Archduke to, well, somewhat further our own agenda there. Things are moving quite fast.
By what means are you returning? I thought all the teleportation sigils have gone down.
Yes, I have a personal individual take me there. There's mages who specialize in catering to go from one place to another.
All right. I will try to go fetch Eirik, but let me... He doesn't belong to the higher society like us, and he's quite unhappy to have been plucked in our circle. And I think he's starting to get annoyed with our problems. So he's been he's let's just say that he probably needs a little bit of a breather. But I'll try to convince him to come over. So just give me a couple of minutes and I'll leave the room and go to Eirik's room.
Okay, yeah, as you said, is that he does smirk a little bit. He kind of smiles as you say that. He's like kind of understanding. And you leave the room. Which means will you try to get Eirik?
I will go to his room and knock on the door and say, "Hey, it's Isarel."
I'm not gonna answer for a few seconds.
Eirik, can I come in? Please?
Yep, I guess. Yep.
I'll slowly open up the door. I'm sorry to bother you. My father would like to have a conversation with you if possible. I know it's a lot. But the good news is he wants to leave by the morning, so the faster we get this over with, the faster he's gone. I'm sorry.
What? No, I get it. I just... Okay. Just tell me... I mean, why, I guess? Why am I supposed to talk to him now? I thought he came for you.
Well, kind of. He wants to talk to you a little bit about your expertise with the chrysalises.
Everybody wants to talk about that.
Yeah, it's kind of the problem right now that things are going wrong at home as well because of those chrysalises. And I guess father is trying to gather as much information he can. The Archduke of my hometown is being pressured to sign the pact. And we're trying to convince him. Well, my father is trying to convince him not to.
Okay. So I have to tell him what exactly?
Honestly, I don't know. Just answer his questions. That's what I do. He asks questions and I answer them.
Okay. All right. I was hoping to get through the day and not have to do another one of these. But all right.
Yeah, hopefully it's the last one we have to go through.
Okay, again, just like everything else now, I'm gonna have to just keep asking. Do I have to, like, bow or anything?
You can shake his hand. It's fine. I bow to him because he's my father, but I mean, obviously, you're not an elf of the high society, so
Right.
yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like.
He's not gonna cut your finger if you insult him. He might look at you funny, but he's not gonna cut your finger.
All right. Okay, that's good, I suppose. All right.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's just start packing up. I had a paper out in front of me and just put that back into one of my pouches. And get up and go.
Okay. Then while we're returning, we'll take a quick peek inside of Aria's room, with your supervisor being there, having just told you what he just said, and he kind of just says,
So, Harold Steinbrecher, he has his own ways of doing things, so I cannot tell you directly how he's going to contact you, or when. He's been working undercover for quite some bit now. So just keep your eyes and ears out and he will make himself known.
Can you put his name in chat?
Yes.
Thank you. Understood. Is there anything else specifically that I should know?
When you left Kovali, your day meeting with Duke Kronberg, right?
Yes.
If he ever makes any notice again, maybe investigate whatever kind of things he's currently doing. Though I have not found any ties to Sunarania yet, but I believe that might change very fast.
Okay, understood. I will do the best that I can with trying to get as much information as I can.
Very well. That is all then. Report back if you find anything.
Will do.
and he just kind of turns around. His black cloak kind of just covers in with the shadows, and he just kind of steps into one corner where it's dimly illuminated, and then kind of just disappears.
In my head, I don't know if this is still working, but I'm available now. If anyone can hear me.
It is still up. Since you rolled 8 hours on that thing, it will last for a time. You muted?
You'll just hear back. You can come see my father if you want.
What room?
Oh,
Or do you just want to meet me at our room?
I'm bringing Eirik over. Just meet us in the corridor.
Copy that. And I'll go out the door.
You open the door, and she's literally standing right in front of your room. And
It's like having walkie-talkies in like different rooms. They're just 10 feet apart.
yeah.
Hi.
And then you walk like 10 feet to the room of your father, which is the opposite of your room. It's always funny if you don't see the layout, but that is what happens. And you enter inside of the room. Fiera currently feasting on her late lunch. Gone a bit cold, but still tastes good. Have a bit of wine. At this point, Zernon probably would also have kind of sat down and then ask if he can also have partake in some of the wine that you're currently.
Oh yeah, I offer. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of takes it.
It was free.
And sips it. Kind of talks to you. It's like, always nice to have a bit of a time out, and takes a sip.
Yeah, the mind works a lot better when it's de-stressed.
Hadn't had a de-stressed feeling in who knows how many centuries. But that is the nature of diplomacy, I guess. And that is when the door opens, where 3 of your friends then step inside, one after another. Aria, and Eirik. Kind of stands up again, puts the wine glass down, gives a recognized look to you, Aria, and then just kind of gives a typical bow, how he always does when you meet with each other. You know, just a, Aria, nice to meet you.
And then I'm gonna bow and say Sernan.
And you must be Eirik then, is that correct?
Standing with my hand like outstretched, just very stiff, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Kind of goes in, grabs your hand, a firm handshake, and he kind of pulls you in a little bit. He notices that you're so stiff, kind of causing your body to like go off balance since you're so stiff, and he kind of pats you on the back of your shoulder, like a little bit. No, a stiff posture will make you feel 10 times older once you get a little bit older. Try to loosen up a little bit, or think about your posture.
The loosening up isn't. I think I've just gotten tenser the last 3-4 days. I don't foresee a time when I'm gonna be feeling loose anytime soon. I'll just say that.
Kind of goes back. He takes up his wine glass again and he says, "Well, we are. Well, let's say one of our best abilities as humanoids is adaptability. The will to survive in tense situations has made us to be able to cope with even stressful situations. I recommend not getting put down by it. Recognize it as a part of the current situation and let it go. Better than stressing over it too much. It will help you in the long run, trust me. I was in the same position as you."
How so?
Well, I guess since everyone is here, I might have a small introduction. As you are all aware, I am father of this beautiful young lady over here, Selia, very proud, and known as High Diplomat from Korvali. But I wasn't always high standing. I have a military background. Kind of shows his hand a bit. You can see he has very rough hands. Used to serve in the Kampfgruppe back in the days when I was younger. When I was young and naive, I thought only direct action will change the world, and so I sought to take action in the most literal sense, to join the military as most people do. Was a young lad in an environment where I most definitely didn't feel comfortable. Young, small and shy, I had to learn the hard way how to deal with most situations, and believe me when I say it, Eirik, I can greatly empathize with where you currently are. But as time went on, I had to learn how to adapt. I couldn't stay that young boy forever, otherwise I would be buried down deep beneath the ground, and I had to recognize at some point that I was here for a purpose. And that I did. So instead of letting my situation crush me down and become a slave to
to the outside world, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I have the ability to grow, I have the ability to become stronger. And if there are things I don't like, then I will not just leave them there and ignore them. I should actively try and change them. Only then can you truly grow as a person, I believe. And so with you right now, I'm in a, well, personal unfortunate situation. However, it's also a great opportunity to grow. But alas, it always in the hands of you. So, even if it's stressful, I hope you can maybe recognize the potential that this current disaster will allow you to have.
Kind of puts up his glass and then sips a bit of wine. And just for your information, Kampfgruppe is the military of Azathia. So this is the name of the military.
I appreciate the words. I don't intend to stay young. I do want to affect change. I've been kind of dropped into this world of, and I'll just like point to Izrael and you just gesturing. It's a lot. It's just a lot.
I know, and that is why now more than ever you have to make the best out of it. You can only complain so much until you just become buried in grief.
You can see he has kind of a face of remembering something.
Well, is what you want to talk to me about something? I've been told. So, yeah. How can I help?
Yes, you can help a lot, I hope.
And he takes back his robust posture once again, almost as if, he's going to a mode where, he was talking as a friend now he's talking as a diplomat. He kind of has this way of switching up things. So you can gauge whether or not he's being, serious. And then he says,
I have heard from Israel that you are an expert who have experience with the elemental chrysalises. Is that correct?
I wouldn't necessarily say expert. Experience, yes. I've done some work with them in the past, and I suppose very recent past. I know some stuff.
All right. Well, from your experience point of view, then, would you consider the elemental chrysalises dangerous?
Yes. Yes.
Alright, well, what I need from you is, I don't know if Israel has told you, but I am currently trying to convince the Archduke not to sign the Zelianas Pact. For the consequences are all but unknown to us at the moment. And I hope to be able to maybe persuade him if I know more about these chrysalises, since they are quite mysterious to all of us who have not have much experience with them. So if there is anything we should know about these chrysalises, which I could use to maybe persuade the Archduke to maybe halt his attempt to sign the Zelianas Pact, that would be greatly helpful.
Well, at the, I guess at the base level, they can be used for, I mean, a lot of good. I'll just start with that. You can use these to, help build cities. We can help control the way people live and provide different sort of technological advances. So just getting it all out there, that is a good thing about them. However, in the time that I've worked around them, you kind of hear a lot of people talk, and I mean, I've tried to avoid getting into deep with that. I don't necessarily like being involved, obviously, with the sort of politics behind it and how it goes pretty deep. I didn't want to get into that, but anyway, I've heard a lot of things. I've told these three already that at their worst, they'll explode. They'll create incredible devastation. I don't know how they get to that point necessarily. I mean, you harness their power and you use technology around them to kind of do what you need to do with them, but the more you use them, the more risk you have of expending all their energy, and if you do that, that's probably what's going to happen. But I just don't know how that gets to that point, how quickly things might deteriorate. I don't know any of those details. I've just kind of spent time working on things because people have told me to. I don't really, I have no control over them. I haven't ever been they're not my I wouldn't choose to work on them. Let's just say that. But I admit they're interesting. I love the ideas that come out of working with these things. It could be potentially fantastic. Please stop me if I'm talking too much, because I feel like I'm talking too much. I'm also not telling you very much, I don't think. I
think you got to the fine points. There's a lot of potential if tinkered with correctly, but they can be used for evil deeds, as I mentioned before, with the possible, divination done.
But I'm wondering how is this not known before? We've been using chrysalis for many years. This is the first time I'm hearing that they have the potential to explode.
I don't, like I said, I don't know where this information came from. It's just kind of stuff that I heard from my time working up in Yeshimon. It's kind of just it. Yeah. I don't really know any of the specifics. I've tried to not be involved. I really have, but it's probably the scariest thing that I've come across is hearing that, and I want to do what I can to avoid having that happen. So if that means, obviously that means going and trying to find the one that's been lost. That's what we're doing. You need to get that back.
All right. I think I understand the gist. Well, Eric, you have been very helpful. I think I can work with what you have told me.
I'm glad you think that. Because honestly, when I start talking, I think I just start talking over myself, and I don't quite understand what I'm saying. So hopefully, when I talk, people actually understand, and I actually give good information.
It seems like you have the perfect prerequisites to become a diplomat. Most of them are like you, so don't worry about it.
Don't want to. Is that an offer? Because I don't want to take that offer.
I don't know. When I was in the military, I've also gotten an offer to become a diplomat. But I wanted to swing a sword and kill demons. And 200 years later, look at me now. Time changes, people. Stay open.
I don't know. The military is just. That's where the weapons go. That we can't.
You hear in your voice a soft, "Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't become a diplomat. It's a trap."
It's a life of wonder. Well, that is if you wish for things to change. In a pacifistic way, at least. I don't see any other way on how you might achieve change in this day and age without, well, the right words.
I suppose it would be nice to have a diplomat on our side, like yourself, for when these words need to be brought up. I don't have them.
It is a possibility you can consider when you grow old. Well, I do not wish.
I'm okay.
I'm just laying the possibility out there. You might reconsider when you get to your 60s.
You suddenly hear a rumble outside of the building. A very low rumble from an extremely far distance. And you hear something crashing in extremely close to where you are. And you can suddenly start a panic arising from the outside. It seems like people are screaming and stuff is going on, and you can see immediately your father looks around and says, What is going on? And he kind of goes and pulls you to the side, Israel, and then steps outside of the door. What do you guys do?
Look out the window.
You look out the window. You can see the somewhat evening sky has now approached, and with a bit of light kind of illuminating the space yard outside, you can see just somewhat debris that has fallen in the close vicinity. People running around, but you can see there where the high castle is, there's an extremely bright flame coming from there. And you can see guards outside obviously shouting around and giving orders to each other while they are running. You can also make a perception check.
The fuck is happening?
It's our life, okay?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, it's
dark.
Dark. You don't have dark vision, so you can't really see that well. It just seems like a general panic is currently going on.
Would I be able to roll a perception check as well?
If you wish to look out, yeah, you can make one.
Just so my father has taken me closer to the hallway, right?
No,
Like away from.
yeah, so push you further into the room to kind of
Oh, okay.
shield you a bit.
Alright. Okay.
You look out, you got keen eyes. In a moment of panic, you just go into the zone instinctively to ensure that You know, you can assess the situation. As you look around, you can see something has collided inside of here. Some debris from far away has struck in. You can see that the ground of impact, whatever has struck here, is just kind of darkened it a bit, but you can see the people around it who were close to it. They somewhat seem fine as they kind of in close vicinity to the impact zone kind of stand up, but then you can suddenly see they start twitching a bit, and then parts of the side just start to kind of mutilate and just grow. And you can just see a expression of agony in their face as they also don't know what's going on. You can see their muscles bulge greatly, and their skin color becomes darker to a black tone. And their veins start to bulge as well as a green light glowing through them comes. You can see the bones inside of their bodies start to rapidly grow and pierce their own flesh as they come out of their body, and their right arms and sometimes legs just kind of bulge up into this mutinous form as they start kind of screaming around and kind of just start randomly attacking people that are also in the vicinity. And you can also see with a natural 20, I will give you that, as you kind of look to the high castle, you can see the large tree in the distance and flames coming from it, and a mixture of orangish normal flames and green flames currently erupting. And a very distant but very low, because you have extremely good eyes, even in this chaos you hear a roar coming from that area.
So, would I know what the demons look like, or that this could be similar?
This could be a demon attack, definitely. The ones that are being mutated, probably affected by some sort of demon blight that has rapidly transformed them. But even though that kind of is rarely seen, unless it's a extremely potent demonic blight that can instantly turn someone into a demon.
So, I'm gonna say to the people that are in the room, monsters outside, could be demonic, I don't know, and I'm gonna rush out the door to try to find Israel.
She's in the room with her father.
I'm in the room,
left
yeah.
her.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to grab her. We need to go outside and help. Do not look for your tree. I don't advise it.
I'm immediately looking outside, straight at the tree.
Okay, make a perception check. While you're doing that, Arya, you can see that your supervisor has appeared in the room.
I don't see shit.
Yeah, you can see as
I don't see nothing.
Goes to the window, your supervisor kind of immediately takes him, and Israel and everyone else can see this dark robed figure with a white mask just kind of immediately grab her, and he says,
"The window is too dangerous. Go away."
And he kind of brings them there, and your father is like,
Kalarit, what is going on right now? I do not know. I have got information from the Ministers of Defense that a potential Class D demon has attacked the High Castle. What? But how did he get onto the high plains? What about the security measures? We are currently trying to figure it out, but he somehow made his way up here. We have to evacuate you as soon as possible. Everyone you can, take care of themselves. Make the outside. I will take care of Xenon.
And then he kind of looks to you, Arya.
Take care of Israel, alright?
And then he immediately takes your father, Israel, and then starts darting outside to try and get away.
So I will... So you said that they were taking Israel and her father?
No, he's just taking his father. He told you should take Israel and the others.
Okay. Guys, we gotta go. We gotta move right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And I'm like kind of dragging Israel with me out the door.
Yep. Well, yeah. What's good? What?
Okay. If everyone else just follows, you kind of run down the hallway, and then
I'm kind of in shock, like half limp, half following, kind of not really there.
Why I got a hold of you.
yes, you go outside the door. As you go outside, you can see the immediate panic of people screaming and running around, but you can also see guards coming up. You can see on your right side 3 set of guards that usually patrol this area. They have shields and spears, kind of making a wall, and then 2 archers kind of on the left side, left hand side of you as you step out. And then you can see these kind of weird mutated people. You can see these somewhat semi-deformed, still humanistic portions or high elven portions of what seem to be nobility who are just kind of residing here, taking a stroll and then taken by it. You can see in the distance another piece of debris just comes down, splatters onto the ground, and then a few others get hit by it. And then as they kind of emerge from this black goo that just kind of splatters on the ground, you can see them also just transforming. And these big spikes coming out. What would you like to do?
If I remember right, we're not too far away from the Mage District, where Venahouse's tower is, right?
Mage District. I will put you onto the map. You can tell me where you wish to go.
Because right now we are like right here.
We're like, yeah, somewhere here, right?
You are.
Right over.
Yes.
Like right there?
Yeah, you're right there.
And then am I right in saying one of these towers was Venahouse's?
No. He is.
Those were the teleportation.
Yes, those are the
right?
teleportation.
Oh, that's where we
Vinner House
teleported in.
is right over there. He's on the other side of the city.
Ooh, that's too far. I don't know where to go. Anyone? We can't stay here.
I need to save Telvon.
There's no time. I love you, but there's no time. We have to go. Your tree, I'm sorry to tell you, this was in flames. We cannot stop it. The only thing we can do is we can get to safety.
Where is that? What are we doing?
Lasty demon. It's really big. Once we're safe, we can go to the underground.
I was about to say, I think down we go.
We don't know how to get down from here.
As you're discussing this, you can see that one of these weird demon people managed to breach through the guards, kind of just passing, bulldozing towards them. And you can see he has this weird twisted face on his mind, almost as if he's not thinking straight, and he's just kind of gibbering and talking weird things. Stella, I will come and eat today. As he kind of laughs manically and runs past one of the guards and is trying to now actively engaging with you. Since you took too much time to think where you're gonna go,
I'm gonna throw one of my psychic blades.
We can decide what you're gonna do after you roll your initiative as this chaos is kind of ensuing.
Oh, where am I? Oh, here.
My lord.
Oh God.
Oh, is it too dark? Because I don't have dark vision.
Yeah. Oh wait, there's my.
Maybe it's still loading, but I think I put it on dim light, so you should actually. Yeah, you should actually see.
Let me hit refresh.
Yay!
Low initiative.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just black for me, unfortunately.
Okay.
Still roll initiative.
Make
Maybe.
sure I click my token.
Okay. I also have a few things I have to do, which is.
Oh, that's low.
Oh God.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any spells.
Wait. Hold on.
Well, you can take your time to prepare.
Quick question.
Yes.
Could I use my inspiration to re-roll my initiative?
Yeah, you can.
I'm doing that.
All right.
It's not better.
Oh my
Forget
god.
it. Stupid dice. I hate it.
Okay, maybe it's on my end then. Fiera, maybe I didn't give you vision. I didn't give you vision. My bad.
Oh, there we go.
I'm also trying to show you what these things look like. But it doesn't want to do that. Come on, why can I not upload any images anymore? I guess not, then you will just have to zoom in real close to those tokens. Has everyone rolled? Aria, Fiera, Eric, and Israel. Very good. I guess I just have to accept my fate and that it won't happen. Oh, I know why. Because it's way too fucking big. That's
Which
fine.
detail?
Okay, okay, I have a compressor. Oh man, I pre-prep. I knew I wouldn't have left it like that. That should work. In the meantime, I can.
Oh, it's right there on top of us. Oh boy.
Yes, it's well towards you. I will also switch to the battle map, and then I have to manually adjust where we are. There it is. Zoom in a little bit. Yes, I think everyone should be able to see this. So behind you is the building where you just came from. And...
Oh, nice.
oh yeah, and those
What a
door...
fun guy to be next to.
the door tokens are doors, so I'm so happy that they finally implemented it. So you can click, if you are at least within 5 feet of a door, you can attempt to open it. And then if you open it and it doesn't open, it means it's locked. Yes. So that's a nice thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Isdarel should be like right next to me.
yes. Here's what they look like, by the way.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
They look very happy.
You know what? I will switch you here. I think that is how it would have been. Okay, then I will have to roll initiative for these guys so that this thing's along.
I can't see what you showed.
Holy shit. Can't you? Did everyone else see it?
Oh,
Hold
there
on.
it is. There it is.
Okay.
Oh, that's creepy.
It is super creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, that's
Oh man.
that's good. The
Oh, that's the Elven
Gonna die.
and dang, I'm rolling like crazy.
Good.
We might die, guys.
I got
maybe
the
I'll roll
pike
both of that.
curse. I got the pike curse, you know?
You got the what? The pie curse?
Yeah, the pike curse.
From campaign 1.
Yeah, from
Probably
campaign
still
1, from Vox Machina. I can't roll better initiative than 6 or 4.
Then let's see.
I think my last 3 initiative have been lower than 6.
Okay, so first to go are actually the Elven archers who
Ooh, good.
will obviously see you, the people they wish to protect, come out and kind of see them engaging, so they will immediately knock their arrows. And oh, I was thinking maybe they even no, since they are there to protect you, they will actually rush in to try and get the intention of the thing, to try and get it away from you, and take their short swords out and then attack with it. So from our first guy, the guy on the right, who attack with the short sword, which is a 19, which will hit, and another guy will also 19, and both will hit, dealing a total of 8 damage to the guy as they kind of go in. And they say, as they kind of rush in, no, fuck! Get them! Try and get their attention, and in the meantime, I will buy some time to get them out of there. And the other one says, alright then. And they kind of start stabbing into it. You see, it does kind of damage it a bit, but the kind of mutated form of it seems to be strengthening and indulging this demonic beast with a bit more vigor, and it doesn't fall down. Are there more archers on the way? Unfortunately not. Bringing us immediately to the damnation itself. It will. You know what? I will decide if I roll above a 15, he will be distracted and attack one of the guards. I said above a 15, and I rolled a 15. Which means I have to stick to my word. He will instead, I would say, attack Arya, since you were kind of helming the group going outside. So you were probably the first one they saw. So he will kind of take, you know what? You can see him kind of just go in, and then he kind of bulges up a bit. You can see his spikes start to quiver, and then just suddenly in a violent way jut out extremely fast. You each have to make a dexterity saving throw, including my 2 guards.
Me too?
Everyone. I think even Eirik. Yes,
Okay.
Eirik as well.
You said dexterity, right?
Yes, dexterity.
Come on.
Oh my god, now I'm not rolling well. Holy shit.
This will hurt a bit.
Okay,
Wow.
anyone who rolled
Wow.
over a 13 succeeds. And you each take 18 piercing damage, which is actually quite a good roll. As the
On a 6, we succeed and take 18?
No. 18 total. If you succeed, you only take 9. As the spikes.
Question.
Yes.
I have uncanny dodge. Can I have that?
Yes, any damage
Again?
you can have. You can definitely have that again if you wish to use your reaction to do so.
So it's... So half of 18 is
9.
9, and then half of 9
Yes.
would be 5?
4, always the lower one.
4? Okay.
The normal dude right here just straight up dies as you see one of the spikes just pierces through one of his eyes. As he then slumps down onto the ground while you all kind of each take a hit while Arya manages to dodge it in way as well as Eirik as you're further away, kind of seeing this happening. And that's what he will do. The other one will kind of start doing the same. So I will just give 3 dex saves for my guard. It goes 1, 2. Okay, at least one of them. And they will take a total of also 18. God dang, consistent rolls. 18 hit damage as they kind of put their shields in front to try and protect themselves, but not in time before the spikes kind of pierce some of their arms, splinting some of the chainmail. And this guy also just straight up dies as multiple just goes through its gut and then blood pouring out, soaking the way underneath. This one will kind of go here. I wouldn't even roll for it because I would definitely hit them and kind of just bash in with the large fist, kind of whip off the head and then start eating it. Oh, no, Matthew, why? Why, Matthew? As they start eating this. And This one will kind of start running towards them, but not being able to do anything. This one here will kind of do the same, start going towards them. Oh, hello, little boy. And then just kind of rip up their entire body and also kill them and start devouring them. Bring us to the Elven Light Guards. The guy here, I will roll a perception check for him. A natural one. He unfortunately doesn't see that you are preoccupied there. So instead he will engage with the ones in front of him. He will run towards that one, take his spear out, and then kind of try and attack it. With a 15, does luckily hit. They aren't the most flexible, dealing 7 damage to this one as he kind of puts his spear into his gut, while the other two are trying to deal with the one on the bottom. 15 again, and a 13 barely hits. Just hits. So that is a total of 15 as they start kind of just piercing through it. And while that is happening, you can see from the top corner of the north 3 more other patrol guard kind of making its way, using all the movement, dashing towards them, but not being able to come anywhere close. That will take us to Fiera, and before you do anything, Fiera, I will ask for you to roll me 1d100.
Oh god!
I'll roll D&D and Beyond. D20? No. Is there a D100?
Yeah. So
2 dice.
2 10s. 46. Alright, you can take your turn now.
Lovely. Yep, this thing is a monstrous, so I am going to use Sapping Sting to try to make it fall into the ground. If you can do a con save, please.
Yes, that I can definitely do. A Constitution saving throw coming right up. The 15, I believe, fails.
Nope, that is my DC.
Oh, I'm used to my...
Yeah, I've never fought a demon, so I don't know how to sap its strength. I'm too afraid to run, so I'm just going to look around and... help?
Oh, and because you start your turn within 5 feet of him, you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. Boy.
11. Oof. Barely fail. You are frightened, which makes sense since it's the first time you're seeing this thing, and its presence, even in an arcane way, is making you feel extremely uncomfortable. It's almost like your control over magic is weaker as you're surrounding next to him. Probably also the reason why your magic didn't work as well, as he's able to resist it. I presume you want to stay there?
Yeah. Yep, I'm just gonna look around, lost, scared.
Okay, bring us to Iwick.
Oh man. I'm going to first take a step back towards the door, and I'm just gonna pull out my my wand thing, and I'm just gonna cast Firebolt at the thing.
Okay. You know, I'll start color coding these. A 12, unfortunately, doesn't hit as you quiver and it takes off your aim.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's nothing. Hang on. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna just continue my move and step back inside.
Okay. A tactical retreat. This brings us to Aria.
So because he's flanked, I have advantage.
Exactly.
since I forgot to hit the button. Alright, so I'll roll damage. Oh, plus my sneak attack damage. That was so pitiful, not the amount of dice that I roll.
Okay, so a total of 10 damage.
Let's see. As my bonus action, I'm going to try to hit him again.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
Oh, come on!
Not the best. Oh, you also have to make a wisdom saving throw. I apologize. Okay, that is a success, and you are not frightened, since also makes sense. You haven't directly fought against a demon, but you are probably the only one who has seen one before. Well, Arik also saw one, but yes.
And then I kind of yell out, Azrael, get inside!
And that will take us to Azrael's turn. Oh yes, nothing else to do.
No.
Azrael, what are you thinking?
I will bonus action healing word at 2nd level. Come on, Dr. Fiera.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Because I remember she is a teensy bit squishier than I am.
That hurt. Yep.
And seeing how she's frightened, and I see Arya fighting, and these guys are also fighting. I'm going to firebolt the friend in front of us.
Okay, you have disadvantage since it's a range attack at close quarters.
Yep. I will do that.
Okay, that is the disadvantage, right? Yes.
It is with disadvantage.
It
Yep.
still hits.
Good.
With 14 fire damage, doing well. Strikes it immediately and directly into the face. You can see the flames kind of burn away the parts of the skin on the face that were still human, and now kind of showing the muscle, sinew, and kind of parts of the skull out. And now the whole face looks like a demonic face, since all human parts have been rendered into burned flesh and demonic blight. It seems to weaken a bit and become a lot sluggish in its movement, but it's still standing.
And well, I'm gonna risk taking a hit, and I'm gonna back away.
Okay, it will try and slam with its large arm. It's a nice rhyme with a 25. Man, I'm rolling way too good. This should not be okay. You take 10 piercing damage and 7 necrotic, and you have to make a constitution savings throw.
Come on. Whoa. I was taking out my damage, and I almost gave myself 100 points of damage. You said constitution?
Yes, constitution saving throw. Oof. You see, and Arya, you too, as you notice, as your friend tries to step away, kind of large parts of the spikes rake over her back, and parts of this black goo that is enveloping the right side of this body starts to tint the wounds left on it and kind of seep into it. You have stage 1 demonic blight Isoel. Has enough.
I think you still have Fortune's Favor when I cast it.
Yes, that is
I was
true.
looking at the
That
scroll.
is true.
So you can roll one more d20 for that con save.
Oh, nice call.
If you
Oh.
want to try to, make your own reality.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, then roll again. Alright, very good. No demonic blight coming over you. Can see for a moment in time as the after image kind of just passes through you, black and white, similar how you have often seen with Fiara, and the kind of demonic blight just kind of passes out of the wound and doesn't affect your body. You still have 25 feet of movement if you wish to move away. Oh wait, before you do anything, you also have to make a wisdom saving throw. I keep forgetting it. There's a success. You aren't frightened, despite the situation, at least not in a paralyzing way.
I'm gonna go, like, over here.
Alright. Bring us right back to the elven archers, who also seem extremely wounded. And they say, "Ah, it's faltering. Alright, let's do this." And they will once again try with the short swords. Oh, does have advantage because it's flanking with Arya, so he does get the natural 20. Whew! Lucky there. With a total of 10 damage as I kind of pierce through, you can see them seeing their duty fill their minds. The one just kind of rams it through the neck of now the burnt throat of this demonic creature, jams into it and just kind of wrenches it to the side, decapitating it half. Only a piece of flap of flesh of this demonic material is kind of holding the head from rolling over, and the body falls limp onto the ground. And before they can celebrate any further, they say, the one looks to you, Fiora, and says, "Alright, follow me. I will get you to safety." And he will use kind of his action, if you allow it, to move you further back.
Yep.
He can only move half his movement, so he kind of moves you all the way here. While he does that, he will shoot one arrow to the orange, no, to the blue guy, since he's one-on-one with his friend. And was it 11? Dude, you're an archer. That's the one thing you're supposed to be good at. He misses, probably afraid to hit his friend, but you can also see the large wounds he sustained from the recent attack, also making him kind of shake and quiver a bit. You can also see, now that you've kind of seen them engage, these, while they are guards and their duty is to protect you, they seem way out of their comfort zone in this, and they aren't used to this kind of situation, similar to you. Bringing us back to them. This guy will just start slamming onto the guard up there. With a 19, Christ, would definitely hit. And, okay, I don't even have to make a save, as he just kind of bulges through, punches through the armor, and then just violently impales the guard. The spikes going inside of his body, outside, kind of crucifying him in a bit, and then takes out his arm and then starts devouring him as well. The one on the lower bottom will, let's see if he gets his spike growth back. No, he doesn't, so instead he will use his attack to attack the upper one with a natural 20. Christ. Yeah, also just kills him. Just kind of takes his large hand, goes over its entire upper torso, and then just squishes it. And then only a piece of gore is left behind, with his legs standing there, falling down. You can see his friend terrified by the sight he's seeing two of his friends just being killed in front of his eyes, unable to say anything. as he now also attacks him with an 8, kind of dodges as the sloppy attack is a lot slower and isn't able to get him. This guy here will start to run towards the guards that are up, but can't do anything since he has to dash, and this one will go over here and then kill this individual with the spikes, bring us to the elven guards. The last one alive down there will just do a battle cry and hope for the best as he takes the spear and will try and ram it into him. With a 10, unfortunately misses. Wavering from the pressure, buckling down. These two will go here, and they each will make an attack onto that guy, also with their spears. Got a 1, and as for 20, almost 2. Man, they're rolling so shit. At least a 1, dealing 13 piercing damage as the 2 of his friends kind of just whiff by the sides. This one's probably one older and more experienced, probably graduated from the main military force and got promoted to a guard, and manages to hit inside of one of the vital areas of this demon, bringing us now to Fiera as this chaos is currently unrolling.
Am I still frightened?
Yes. At the end of your turn, you can still... Oh no, the source of your fear has disappeared, so I would say no, you're not frightened.
Lovely. Okay. Disaster. Lovely. Yep, I don't want these to catch us, so I'm gonna go run over here. And I'm gonna try to sap and sting that purple one.
Okay.
Constitution save.
Yes.
See if I can get to knock down.
Man.
Yep, the spell's not working. That's all I have. Okay, nope. I'm gonna put it away in my pocket and just start running. That's as far as I can go though, so.
Okay, then it will take us to Iowick.
Oh boy. We're gonna step up to the door. That's 5, 10, 15, half my movement. What am I looking out at? Can I see anything? What's happening? I don't see anything that direction. So I'm gonna take another step out. See anything that direction? I'm gonna ready a firebolt for if another one of these things comes towards us, like this group.
Okay, I think you should see the 2 on the right, right?
Oh yeah, those guys.
Yeah. The orange and blue one.
Yeah. It's kind of in shadow, so I didn't notice it right away.
Yes.
Okay, I guess I'll shoot firebolt at. Actually. Oh no, yeah, firebolt. Firebolt at that guy.
Okay, the orange one. The one 15 hits.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
With 15 fire damage, very nice. Blasting into him, kind of whizzing past the elven guard there. Sparks it up, ignites it, damages quite a bit. You can see parts of his demonic flesh kind of pooling off and falling off, and you can see the guard kind of looking back to you, kind of giving you like a kind of desperate smile as a bit of hope and aid coming in here. And you say no. Is that all you wish to do, or do you still wish to move?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, that will bring us to Aria.
So because there is one of the green guard dots, because he's within 5 feet of the enemy, that would allow me to have my sneak attack damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so my range on throwing my blades is 60, and I believe that they are within, he's within, yeah, he is. So I'm gonna try to hit him.
One definitely hits.
My sneak attack damage.
Oh.
Okay, that's much better.
Okay, which one are you attacking? The blue one or the orange one?
The orange one.
Okay, okay. With a total of 21, how do you wish to kill it?
Oh man, I don't even know. So the blade's gonna go right in between, like where his eyes would be, and just kind of sink into his skull.
Okay, that it does. And then it goes onto his knees and then falls down. Can't see a sigh of relief from the guard who has been engaged with it, but he kind of preparing and bracing himself for the other one. Is there anything else you would like to do? Any movement?
I'm going to use my bonus action to throw my additional knife at the blue dot, because he's still within 60.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, do that. It's a 24 that hits for 4 psychic damage.
And then let's see. I'm gonna rush back.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, very nice. And that will take us to Isoel.
Muted.
Alright, so I see one other poopy thing over there, and I'm kind of getting angry, so I'm gonna cast a new spell, and I'm gonna summon Faye, screaming, "We need all the help we need, we can get." And there's a freaking dryad that's gonna pop. Hold on, let me see here. Oh yeah, it's gonna pop right there,
Okay.
right next to the thing.
I have to see how far you can summon it. So the strat will
90 feet.
magically manifest and appear there. There it is.
Yep.
Kind of protecting them. When is their go? Face correct.
It shares my initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after mine. It obeys my verbal command, and if I don't issue any, it takes the dodge action and uses its move to avoid danger. So basically I have to command it, or else it's gonna try to run away.
It looks like you have to choose a mood.
Yeah. It's gonna be fuming.
Okay, and please describe how it looks like.
It is a dryad. It looks almost as if a piece of wood came out of existence and came out of nowhere, and she's covered in leaf, and she looks angry. She looks pissed.
Yes, the leaves kind of fluttering around, probably taking a very deep orangish fall color from your hometown Zunania, which is also has the same kind of tree embracing that. And you can hear inside of your voice as this fae kind of communicates to you, as he kind of briefly looks over with this fuming face. Telephone is in danger. As he then looks over to her enemy.
Alright. So that was my action. So I'm gonna command my dryad and tell her heal that demon, and then I'm gonna bonus action healing word myself at 2nd level.
Wait, can't do that.
No, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
No worries.
That's right, I can't. So I will start running towards the door then. Over here. I
Okay.
think.
Yes. So immediately after your turn, I presume you end your turn then.
Yep.
Then you will have to make the attack rolls for your Dryad. It's a 3rd level spell, I assume.
Yes, it is.
So they have 1 attack, since it's half the spell's level rounded down. And you just make a roll with your spellcasting modifier, so you could literally just use Firebolt again, since that is...
It's basically the same thing,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
Alright, so this is their attack.
Yep, they hit.
Okay, and I believe it's a d6
Plus
that they
3.
deal damage.
Yes, d6 plus 3.
Yep. There it is. Yeah.
Okay, well, at least it is something as kind of
Yes.
takes out this soul made out of leaves, and it's out of these autumn leaves. It looks a little bit like it's flaming, but it's kind of just like leaf tethers kind of burning away as it kind of slashes through it like the wind, dealing a bit of damage, but not enough to kill it. And that will end.
I think it does 1 more d6 force damage.
Oh yeah. And another d6.
And it had advantage on the next attack roll.
Jeez, why? Can
On
do
its
so-
because she did
It's
fuming,
a
the
lot
Fae
of
has advantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of this turn.
That's my other d6 force damage.
Okay, then just make another attack roll. Maybe it's a natural 20. Who knows?
Alright. There it is. Nah.
No. Well, but good keeping out. Yes, okay. That will end your turn. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Then it's the archers. One of them will step in front of you, kind of protecting you. And the one that was kind of following you, Fiera, kind of shout out to you and says, "Not that way, do get closer to it!" And will kind of rush in front of you, also kind of taking his bow out, and will try and hit the mofo. So we'll start with the bottom one, and he will attack the blue one. My man truly ain't doing that great. And the one next to Fiera will also knock his bow and try and... It's like they want to die, you know? I mean... Someone roll a d20 to see what happens to his fucking bow.
I'll roll a d20.
A 4. Okay, nothing happens. They would have hit an ally if there was one in close proximity. But luckily, no one is close to it, so instead he kind of just knocks it, but just misses completely and then hits the planks of woods next to the thing, not doing literally anything. Bring us to these guys. The one will engage with your spay, very nice, face spirit, and then it will make 2 attacks against it with this slam, and 11 misses, I'm pretty sure.
Let me check to be sure.
Yes.
Yep, misses, yes.
Then I will make a second attack with a 21 that will hit, making 12 and 5. I see you're writing that down, okay. I will also keep track on the token itself.
I am keeping track.
And it will have to make a constitution saving throw. Which is a +2.
Yep, I got it right here.
15. Luckily, the magical energy inside of it protects it from the demonic energy emanating from this demon. The one up top. You know what? Fiora, you can roll me a d20. If it's a 15 or higher, it will attack the civilian that is there. If it's lower, it will attack you.
Nope. Coming for me.
Okay, but luckily the archer has to put itself in front of you. I also forgot that the civilians would be running away, but I will just say they're paralyzed in fear, so they are just stuck where they are. We'll kind of vault over the kind of wall there and then attack the archer. Going towards him. A 10 misses. But he's got a second attack as he comes in, twirls around with 23 and manages to bludgeoning him. And you can see the guard kind of bracing, putting himself in front of him. And then in the last moment, as he kind of dodges, as the arm just swoops right over him, he kind of looks back to you, kind of smiles, but in that moment where he's distracted, just his upper body just gets completely torn away as they die, at least doing his job. The one up top will do his spike growth, so the 3 elven guards that are trying to reinforce you, but are unfortunately a bit too far away to do so, will have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I forgot about this.
It's 1. That's good. That's not good. That's very good. So finally doing some good with 12 piercing damage, only being dealt to the middle one, who is actually the most experienced one, probably because his spear is stuck inside of the demon trying to brace it, while the others take only half as they manage to shield themselves in the right moment. Bring us to their turn. The lower one will engage with the demon, doing tactical, going behind it so you can get some flanking and try and pierce it with his spear. It's 25, he will definitely hit, dealing 10 piercing damage. Goddamn, pretty good as he manages to impale him through the torso, and the other ones will kind of do the same and then just start piercing through it. 9 won't hit, and 12 also won't hit, and that's again. They're just taking turns. 2 of them miss, but one also takes a natural 20 for a total of 14 as they make their way there, bringing us to Fiera as you see your somewhat friend get killed in front of you.
Oh my gosh. The spells aren't working. That's kind of unfortunate. Yep. I am gonna turn tail and run. Where am I running? I'm gonna run this way. And I'm gonna run along the building as far as I can go.
Okay, wizard trying to survive this. Come on, taking us to
I'm gone.
Iwake. What would you like to do?
Hang on. Okay, so how tall are these walls in the middle of the map?
Not very walls. There's like garden walls. They may be like several inches that go up to your knees.
Oh, okay. So I would have been able to see this demon come into the garden area.
Yes, definitely.
Great. Okay, so I'm gonna target it with Chaos Bolt.
Ooh. Okay, getting some new action here. Appropriate for the situation.
I'm gonna just start winding the handle of my wand and see if I can expend that energy. Let's go.
Yes, was a 23.
Yes.
You definitely.
All right. Boom.
Ooh. Is that 5 and 7? Oh, because of the chaos thing, I think.
Yeah, so it's the damage is 2d8 plus 1d6 plus my arcane firearm
Yes,
d8.
which is a total of 21. Very nice.
And I get to choose. I'm gonna for my Chaos Bolt. It's always gonna be the first d8 that I'm gonna choose. So 2. That's gonna be cold damage.
Okay. Yes, nice. As you kind of cranking up that wand, the chaos energy starts to spur from it and then unleash in this burst of cold white mist and then encompasses with cold ice some of the body, damaging it quite a bit. Still alive though, but it hasn't taken any damage beforehand. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I'm gonna stand right there.
All right.
Actually, no, I'm gonna move forward 1 spot.
Okay. You can do that while we go to
There.
Aria. What we'd like to do?
Let's see. I'm going to. Oh man. First thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna throw. Actually, no, I'm not gonna throw it. I'm going to do Mind Sliver. To the pink one.
Okay.
So I believe that is a intelligence saving throw.
Okay. That it sure do. Was a 4, definitely fails.
So
36 psychic damage, I believe that is.
yes. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to throw my blade.
Yes. With additional 3.
So 9 total.
Yes. Okay. Dealing a bunch of psychic damage to this demon as it kind of starts crawling and taking his head as he's getting a sunburst of a migraine. Anything else you would like to do?
Let's see. There we go. That'll be it for me.
Okay, bring us to Isa Well.
I'm going to yell in Sylvan to my dryad. Just keep hitting that demon until it doesn't move. I'm going to bonus action healing word myself this time.
Very nice.
Second level. Good.
Nice.
I needed that. And then for my action, I'm going to firebolt this guy right here. Hold on. This one right here.
The pink one.
The pink one. Yeah, the pink one.
Okay, let's see how it goes. 24 is definitely enough. Let's see the damage. 14.
Not bad. I'll take that.
As it hits it, kind of burning through the entire part of its stomach and leaving a hole there. The thing is barely standing, as part of the upper part of its torso is only kept together with this gooey demonic blight, kind of trying to keep the body attached. Truly alive by a thread is what I say. Would you like to move, or is that the end of your turn?
I am standing right there, which means it's now my face turn.
Very well, then. I guess make an attack roll for your face, and that is what you have commanded it to do.
So I'm gonna use the firebolt again, but we all know that it's
Yes, that hits. And the damage.
Oh, I was kind of hoping for a nat 20, but it.
Yes.
Okay. And then we said here.
So 2d6, roll 2d6. Since it does a extra d6 force damage, you can just immediately roll 2d6.
Oh, well, there's one that has a +3, and then there's one that doesn't have a +3. So.
Yes.
There you go.
Man, the Fae really ain't doing that much, rolling that well on his damage, but that is okay. It is still good in the long run. 6 damage as it kind of takes its sword, flatters through it once again, slowly but surely carving away on the thing. And that is the end of your turn, I presume, since you can't do anything, and Fae won't be able to do anything either.
Yep.
Okay.
That's all.
Bring us to our archer. Come on, boy. Let's see your redemption arc. He will see, you know what? He will see that the blue one is somewhat taken care of, and will now take aim on the pink one. As he sees his friends get felled, he will, in spite, rock it. Let's go. Finally.
There
Congratulations. And the redemption arc comes all around as he then kills the demon, since it literally had 1 HP at 15 and you dealt 14, and now he deals 10 piercing damage with his arrow right through the head, through the non-existent eyes that are covered by demonic blight, and the limp body then finally breaks in half, not being able to hold itself together anymore. And they will contemplate what they will do. He's an archer, so he won't necessarily go close. He will stay where he is to try and form or make a somewhat barrier between anyone who would attempt to go towards you. Bringing us back to these. The one will continue striking your dryad. And yes, you will make 2 attacks against it. A 10 is a fail, and a 17 is a hit, dealing a total of 25, which I believe kills. Was enough to kill
the
your
dryad is gone.
Oh man.
Goes through the Fey spirit as the demonic blight just kind of consumes the Fey energy before it disperses, and in the last moments before it completely dissipates, you can hear the Fey say, and disappears. bring us to the one up top, who will keep attacking the one in the middle with 2 strikes. Nope, not multi-attack. Oh, 23 will hit. I will just do that as 125. Luckily not a natural 20. Dealing a total of 10, 11, which is enough to kill the first guard of them. Once again, battering through the armor and then hitting the one on the right for a total of 22 damage. They still live. They must make a Constitution saving throw as they're being pounded by demonic blight. 11, he fails. You can see part of the skin becoming dark as it's taken by the blight. Immediately bring us to their turn. The one on the bottom, unfortunately the Fae is gone. Not giving, well, I can delete it actually because they are literally gone. Getting advantage anymore, however he would do his best. Taking a spear. With an 18 he hits. With 9 piercing damage. Yo, also close. Unable to kill it. But fighting for his own survival as well as the other 2 up top will do the same. In fact, they will start flanking now since there are only 2. 21 will hit and a 17 will also hit, dealing a total of 18, which is exactly enough to kill the demon as they simultaneously in different areas impale this demon and manage to put it to rest. And they will use the rest of their movement to get closer. 15 feet for him and only 15 to them as they start rushing to the rest of the scene, trying to help the people in need. Bring us to Fiera, who is far away from everything that's happening.
Yeah, boy. Let's see, the fight's going okay. Well, not currently, a lot of people dying. But it seems like my compatriots have it under control, luckily, so I will go to the first person I see over here. Can I tell what race they are? Are they like half-elf?
They are... I just put the tokens there because I need NPC tokens, but most of them are high elves, so they are also in high elf.
Oh. Then in Elven, I'll just be like, come on, I'll bring you inside. And then try to bring them with me toward the building.
Okay, you can definitely do that, and they will start following. Shivering seems to be a younger boy, probably 16 or so years old, who probably got a recent job up here. In fact, no, you're right, he's half-elven, since he's a page boy.
There we go.
In fact, he's the one who brought you your dinner. We got caught up in all of this.
Would I be able to yell at the others too?
Yeah, make just a persuasion check to, kind of get their attention in this chaos and kind of motivate them to move, since they're all somewhat paralyzed by fear.
Yeah. Very simple, just inside now.
15, yes, it's more than enough. They will start abiding by your command. I will say they'll move at the end of your turn, so if that's the end of your turn, they will start to make their way. I guess they will go to the house in the back, since that is the closest one that isn't immediately in danger. This one will open the door and step inside. Open it up. This one will follow suit and also manage to get inside, while this one will do the same. And the one that you've been kind of carrying, you know what? They will stay by you for protection.
Oh.
Bring us to... Oh wait, these people will go here, here, and then rush inside. Bring us to Irik's turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, okay. Firebolt over here.
Yes, the blue one, what seems also to be the last one, with a 20. Will definitely hit. Whereas 9 is also enough to kill it, since it was greatly damaged by the people before. How would you like to kill it?
Super simple. I'm just pointing this wand directly at him and screaming at the top of my lungs while this thing starts to glow with like red fire energy and shoots this bolt straight at him.
Yes, and as you do so, it does strike, incinerating its body and disappearing it into the ashes. Once before, however, the chaos still seems to be emanating from around, but most of the chaos in your area has been dealt with. You can see the guards that are close to you immediately kind of see that it's somewhat safe. The archer right here says, okay, I will stick with you and we wait until things pass by. And the other elven guards immediately makes their way to the entrance to the high castle as they see that things are still going on there. What, however, would you like to do?
Inside!
I would agree. I think we
I'm
just
gonna-
wait for yourselves for now.
Once I make sure that Izarel's inside, I'm gonna look to see if there's any other pedestrians around and try to get them inside as well.
Okay, make a perception check to do that. And as you go inside, the kind of sounds of the panic kind of diminish a little bit. Perception, you look around after this boy also steps inside. You can see most of the people who were outside have either been killed or you have convinced them or brought them inside. I will just, for the sake of harmony, take you onto the normal map as you all step inside. As you go inside, you can see that there are several other corpses inside of this building of similarly infected demon people. As you go past one of the rooms, you can see the windows smashed open with blood towards them, and you can see a dagger from other room. And then coming out of one of the other rooms, you can see your supervisor, who currently takes the dagger out of one of the corpses of one of the demon creatures. Seems like he was taking care of things inside of the house itself. You can see about 4 corpses inside that he presumably has killed. Kind of looks over.
So, has it quiet down outside a bit?
Yeah, we killed all the ones that we were immediate area.
Alright. I've taken care of things inside of here. I will check the upper floors. Maybe some have managed to climb up the entire building.
And you can see him just once again whiff away and disappear.
So do we feel safe here? A lot of dead bodies.
We need to find a way to the large tree.
Oh,
Guys, I'm not feeling so good.
Not again, and I
What?
go
Okay.
like behind her.
How not so good? What's happening?
That monster, it got to me. And I just show my arm and my shoulder that's got damaged by the demon.
I thought you didn't get blighted.
You aren't blighted, if that's what you...
I'm not?
No, because you had...
No,
because of Fiera's...
Oh, right.
the fortune's favor.
Yes.
Right. I'm still a big wuss, so I'm
Took a lot of damage.
Saying that, but
Yeah.
insinuating something else. And that's why we're going to take a quick break after this quick and surprising bit of combat, because I gotta fucking piss. So bad. And let these guys take a quick break as well. Seems like some of you are a bit stressed out, but we will see you after this. I always say that, but they see us immediately.
In 5 seconds.
Not even. We are back. This time I didn't press on stop recording. I just gave myself away. They didn't know it last time because I cut it out. Anyways, we back in the building, you've all kind of made yourself safe inside of it, as the overseer or supervisor from Aria is currently checking the rest of the building, and you have a few civilians inside of here who are, you know, still shivering from the massive trauma they've just experienced. These people haven't even seen live animals, probably, because they spend all the time here, other than maybe birds that naturally live around here. So what do you wish to do?
Okay, so we need to help, but we could also just go to Light Church. I'm sure it's safe there. It's probably the safest there, actually.
I need to make sure Telvon is okay. I need to make sure the tree is okay.
I mean, even if it isn't, won't it just grow back, hopefully?
I need to know.
Oh boy.
When I looked outside, I was able to see it up in flames. Jack, you said it was green and yellow flames?
They're green and orange, a mixture of green and normal flames.
So when I saw it in flames, I saw it a mixture of green and like normal flames, colors.
Okay. Well, lovely.
Would that mean anything to me at all? The green flames.
I guess you all could make a history check.
History?
Yes.
Okay.
13. Not really. You know that, you know, magics can cause flames of different colors, but nothing specific comes to mind.
Okay. Then we were told it was a D-class demon. Do I know what that means? Like, how does the Lichinus respond to a D-class demon?
It was... Yeah, you can make a history check. And it was a C class, actually.
Oh, it was C.
It was C.
Ooh, I feel like that is not good for us.
24, yeah, you are very well aware, probably because, you know, your brother literally studied
This
that.
is his job.
Yeah, and you had probably a few conversations with him. So, you know, it goes from A to F, and F obviously being the weakest, and it exponentially grows in strength to jump from one class to another. So it isn't like, you know, a nice step to walk up. So what you've just fought against are probably classified as F tier demons, and then going up to E, D, and then even C is a large threat. C is enough to potentially call in the Crusader Legion. That is something that if you encounter a C tier, it makes sense to have expert deal with the problems. Anything that is B, immediately call the Crusaders. You also, I think, remember that the Light Commander was on an expedition up north because they got caught at a potential B tier demon was encountered up north. So an even stronger ones than this. Yeah, and it also depends what kind of class demon. It could be a manifest demon. No, not manifest. It could be a tether demon or a corporeal host demon, and depending what type it is, can also influence the way the demon not necessarily behaves or what it looks like or what its capabilities are. If it's a corporeal host demons like the ones you've just fought against, which are, you know, things that exist in the physical normal worlds that you have, but who have been infected by demonic blight and then kind of change the physical shape and morph around. A tether demon, however, being a kind of aspect of a demon that has managed to gain a anchor inside of this world, meaning it is pure demon and not having any kind of physical influence. And they are often seen to be a bit more threatful since their demonic blight is way more contagious since it's a pure demonic blight. Like if you get touched by it, as you could probably presume, the things that were flying were probably debris from its body, and only touching it is enough to immediately turn you into a demon.
Oh boy. Well, I would love to accompany you as long as we avoid the demon. This is something that the Legion should be taking care of, that they've been called away literally right before this happened does not bode well for us.
How long are... So that note that we were given, that said the legions will be our least worry. How long did we have before we were supposed to sign and...
Before the next high
Announce?
storm, which we have... It's probably
while.
over 10 days away, if not longer.
So it definitely wasn't from that. That's...
And a bit of context. Demonic attacks on cities isn't like a rare occasion. Usually it does happen frequently, just you're so far away from the attacks that it's quite rare. And usually a high wall stops most of them, and you know the defenses can take care of it. However, if something bigger appears, it can breach defenses. That's
So it's possible this is natural. Well, natural, you know, in demonic sense.
Yeah.
But it's also possible that something else happened. We just don't know. But we need to figure out what we're doing. We're going to the tree, or can we head to the light church?
Probably
Distinct.
wherever's safer.
Definitely
be
the church.
safer to go to the church, but I know Azrael isn't going to want to go there before she sees her tree. If you guys want to go to safety, you can, but it is my sworn duty to protect her and go where she goes.
How far is it to Azrael?
It's on, if correct me if I'm wrong, Jack. It's on the other side of the castle. Right?
yes, it's on
like
the
we're kind of here, and it's like right here.
that is the tree, that large thing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the same plane, basically.
Yeah.
Did you see the demon, Arya? Do you know where it is?
I didn't see it in what I saw. Am I correct, Jack?
Yes, no, you didn't even see the plane of it. Obviously, the higher plane on which the castle is built is obscuring everything that's behind it. You could just see the tree because the tree is even larger than that.
No, I didn't see it. I just saw the tree.
Okay. We go slowly, carefully. Check out the tree and its status. And then we go to the church.
Or you just let me B-shape my way there. I'll be quick, and I'll be right back.
I can't let you go by yourself. Especially with my supervisor here, that is a terrible idea.
Let's go together. I can give us one more boon. We just go in, we go out as quick as possible. Iric,
Alright.
can you come with us? We might need your firepower.
I really don't want to, honestly, but
Oh, me either.
the hell else am I gonna do? I don't know where else I'm going.
You might need me to enter the church once this is all done, so they probably won't accept everyone.
God, I just wanted to sleep.
Me too. Me too. Okay. Then I'll use my last second level, pull out one of my pearls, and put Fortune's Favor in both myself and Azrael. have one more chance to make it through this for both me and you. And then I also use my last first level to cast False Life on myself.
Alright.
I'm officially out of juice.
Yes.
I'm going to use another one of my psionic energy dice to do another Psychic Whispers because I'm sure it's getting close to the end of that 8-hour mark.
Yes. Okay. Can definitely do that.
Oops.
How? I'm gonna look at Dr. Fiera. And how are you feeling? Do you need a little boost?
I'm probably as good as I'll be. And if we need to, I can use the scroll we attained. That can be our emergency provision. And I can also... It'll be fine. We'll be quiet, we won't get attention, we'll just look and then leave.
Okay then, and I'll just kind of pat myself in the face to kind of wake me up and cast a first level cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
Because I need a little... Alright, sure. Cool.
Well, she's doing that. Can I look out the door and make sure that the path that we would have to take would be clear as far as I can see?
Yeah, you can make a perception check. While we do that, I also want to say one thing. A bit of a homebrew thing for our local wizard here. I think it's a perfect time to do it since you don't have any spell slots. One thing I do allow is if you don't have any spell slots anymore, you can kind of use the spells in your spell book as a spell scroll, meaning if you don't have any spell slots, you can literally tear out the pages of your own book and then use it as a last-ditch effort to cast that spell, but you lose it forever and you would have to try and find a new spell scroll to try and get that spell. That's like an all or nothing.
Boy.
That can save a life.
Oh boy.
Might want to start making a backup spell book.
Oh, ripping a page out of my spell book.
Yeah. And
I'd rather die.
A wizard's nightmare.
Okay. No, I think that's fair.
Yes.
It'll hurt me every time that I might have to do it.
Yes.
Cantrips are for.
Yeah. With 11, everything, at least in your eyesight, seems to be clear. There isn't any more debris or anything flying around, and the general chaos here is distilled largely, and you can also see large amounts of troops have now made their way here finally. You can also see a couple of druids also here who are tending to some of the wounded who are wounded, and a lot of the druids also are taking care of the demonic blight that has infected parts of the land. Usually it takes a high stone to kind of get rid of them, and they're kind of, as unearthing them and trying to throw it over the cliff out onto the ocean to not have it spread further amongst the plains. But it is a big spots that have been damaged here. You can also see parts of the buildings, and some of the druids are also taking care of that, kind of stone shaping it and then just letting the walls crush down of these beautiful buildings. Seemed at the beginning untouchable, but now everything kind of tarnished by this sudden assault, and things have to be torn down. What do you wish to do?
Alright, Arya, you lead the way. We'll follow maybe like 30 feet behind. You have the best eyes. Let's go quietly around the castle.
I completely agree with that. Stealth,
Yeah.
hopefully you guys are kind of good with.
Nope.
Definitely
I don't even know what that
want-
means.
definitely don't want to draw attention on things that could be out there. Alright, ready, go.
Okay. But you do also see like a large, as you kind of get closer to the high castle and sneak your way there. I guess you can all make stealth checks, but just to give you a context, I don't think there is a big urge to do so, since you can see as you get close to it a battalion force almost comes out of the gate of the high castles and going in the direction you are going. Literally hundreds of soldiers making their way out and kind of accumulating and funneling towards where the tree is. Hundreds of soldiers kind of going towards there, trying to engage whatever threat is there. And you're kind of following their footsteps. So you're definitely stealthy in the sense that if you don't want to be seen amongst the crowd, probably is very well. But you are traveling basically with a large group of people heading towards there, unless you want to also be stealthy from the soldiers, not to be noticed by the soldiers. I guess that is completely up to you.
I think the main point is just to be able to get there. So if nobody notices us, that'd be preferable, so they don't kick us out.
Okay. So you are kind of, trying to get there undisturbed even from your allies.
Sorry, I'm reading as well. I'll just kind of whisper to my friends in our head. I need to be about 30 feet away.
From what, the tree?
Yes.
Why?
So I can talk to Telval. I need to make sure he's okay.
We'll do our best. But depending on what we encounter there, just be aware we may not be able to give you much time.
If that giant demon is there, we're running away. I'm not killing myself for him. But if there's a chance I can talk to Telval, I will talk to Telval. But okay. I'm not gonna get ourselves killed if we even see a hair off that demon, we're gone. I promise you.
I'm gonna hold you to that. Not just as your friend, but as your protector.
Alright. So you then make your way over there, going past the large amounts of troops gathering there too. At a quick glance you can see every single one of them doesn't want to be here in this moment, because to a certain degree they are somewhat throwing their lives to whatever is there, if in fact the demon is still there. But you quickly can still hear the panic arise and the screams of other people as you get closer. Was a bit inaudible for you since you were quite a bit away from it. As you go closer you can hear the marching of the soldiers, them gripping their spears, the shields getting tied to the armor, and as you go past the cliff, you go past the high castle, you can see that even parts of the high castle have been broken down. One of the towers has even crumbled, infected with large portions of demonic blight. The white, high-standing walls now covered in black and some spots grey that haven't been fully infected yet. As you get closer, there is an immediate sense that you are going in the wrong direction. As you go there, you can see literally bodies flying, body parts. You can see sparks of arcane magic being casted in the distance. You can see fire erupting. Some of it is green, some of it is your typical orange, but a mixture of it. As you get closer and closer, I guess you can all make a perception check as you're trying to see past these soldiers. And you get to a point where the soldiers are, you know, pushing each other forward, since every single one of them doesn't want to do that.
I'm doing terrible.
This is abnormal for me, and I don't
Oh my
like it.
gosh.
Holy
I am doing terrible.
Oh my god, 7 and a 6 and it's all below. I mean, 2 of you are fortune save if you wish to use it.
I have
No, save it.
expertise
Save
in
it. Save
this.
it. Please save it. You're gonna need it later.
I'm gonna save it. Yeah, I'm gonna save it.
You can attempt to go closer if you want, but right now you are in the mingle of soldiers who are one by one stepping
Yeah,
one foot after the other, but you can...
nope. Back up.
Okay, then I
Back
need
up.
one of
Are
you
you sure?
to roll a d20 as you're backing up.
Not it.
Not it.
I'll do it because I asked for it. Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Alright. All you can hear basically as you all immediately switch around and run back, and you can see as other soldiers see you running back, they are doing the exact same thing. Some of them are just dropping their spears and heading in the other direction, as you can just hear a guttural roar emanating. You can feel a push as the entire group of soldiers you're among also gets just pushed by a thunderous wave. Hundreds of them just keel over like domino stones, and you two have to kind of brace and balance yourself, not seeing what it is doing it behind you. At one point you can even see a handful of bodies just fly against the side wall to the high castle and just splatter against it, painting now some of the white walls red, stained with the blood of the elven guards, as you make your way slowly away from this horrific scene. Once again, trying to get back to the high plains, the immediate threat and this urge to kind of run kind of diminishes a bit as you kind of go out of the range of whatever chaos was going on there. And also the screams of silence start to diminish.
What the fuck is happening?
That was either a C or a B-class demon. We need the Legion to come back. I can't send a message to them right now.
Do you know how far they could be?
A day or two away, but it doesn't move fast. And they're heading away from us.
I can send an animal. I can try to find an animal to message them. But that would take a lot. That would take a long time, though.
Do we have any idea if this city is equipped to handle, like, potentially a B-class demon that's in the middle of it at night?
In the middle, especially, it's not even just in the middle, it's literally appeared in the high castle, which is a kind of a good but also a bad thing, since the highest defenses are in the high castle, but they obviously have to be, you know, activated. But the city definitely has the capability to take care of it, although they will suffer tremendous losses in order to do so. However, right around where you are thinking that area, with your passive perception, you can just suddenly see a bright blue light kind of overglowing and emanating outwards from the high castle. You can just see a large arcane sigil that is being that appears probably where the tree is, and then a astral spectral arcane cage just goes up as these spears go down. Some kind of immense, powerful arcane spell has currently just being used, and then you can see another sigil on the right, this time glowing with an extremely bright yellow color, just kind of staying there perpetually. You get the feeling that some battle mages have currently entered the field and are trying to take care of it.
Would I recognize that sigil?
You can make an Arcana check. But it's a high DC since you aren't really a spellcaster.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
I read it in a book somewhere. That's just what it is.
Did you steal my spellbook?
No, I just read your entries. Your one
Oh,
book.
yeah, there would have been something in there.
Maybe that's where I get it from.
Yeah, you kind of get the gist. The yellow one seems to be some sort of shield that is kind of shielding a portion. They're high level magics that can make impenetrable physical shields, and the other one seems to be something that is supposed to restrain a creature. So they are trying to bring it under control in order, you know, for the ones to do damage to kind of get in and take care of it.
The shield one, you said it was around the tree?
No, not around the tree. The shape was round. It was kind of on the side, probably shielding the soldiers that are currently engaged in a battle from whatever's happening there.
So I'm gonna look to my people. It looks like the battle mages have shown up. There's some shielding going on, and then it looks like there's something that they're trying to do to like cage in this demon.
Okay, honestly, we should probably go help them.
No,
Make sure that-
no,
You
no,
wanna go
no,
back
nope.
No, head to the mages. That's coming from the castle, right?
I don't know. I think
We're
that you
not
should
going
over there.
back.
I'm not magically inclined like that. I don't want to go back there. I'm not bringing her back there. Eirik doesn't want to go back there. You're the only one that seems to want to go back, and which means like it's a suicide mission, so that's a terrible idea. Don't even think about it, Izrael.
No, I was gonna say Dr. Fiera has a point that maybe we could help in the castle, not outside. Inside, not outside. I don't want to stay near this place. I still have a little bit of juice in me. They're probably gonna have people getting hurt that I could help heal while staying safe inside, far away from that thing.
You want to go inside the castle that's partially contaminated with blight and partially collapsed.
No.
Then going back to the high castle is a terrible idea.
Right.
I think that we should go to the church. I'm not religious like that, but I feel like if Dr. Fiera thinks that's the safest place to be, then that's where we should go. Other than the underground.
Most likely is.
Unless we can find a way to the underground, then I think that's our only option.
No idea how to get down there quickly.
For once in my life, I'm gonna say this. I think our safest spot is to be in a freaking Holy Lichness church.
Right there with you. Now, how do we get there?
Well, I've been there a couple times. Let's go.
You're up in there.
Y'all up in there.
Yes, it is not too far away from where you stay. It's the building right
It was
there.
like this building, right?
No, it's on your same
no,
place.
it
On
was
your
over
same
here?
plane. Yeah, it's this white
Oh,
building
It's
there.
it's like this one right here.
Yes.
It's right next to where
That's
we
a
are.
Lot
Right
more
next to where we
convenient.
stay.
Okay.
Yes. I guess I could also show the viewers, but it's not a big thing to show. So Why not? Why not?
This right here.
Zooming in. Exactly the big white building on this plane. This one, large one. You kind of go there, and you can see there are other people who, some of the druids that are bringing the wounded also there, and you can see outside there are several clerics, definitely Lichness clerics with white robes, currently tending to the demonic blight. Some of them who are infected need to have, holy magic in order to get rid of it, one of the only ways. And it seems like the druids also are kind of getting to the limits of their resources. As you kind of step forward, one of them just kind of sees you and then just kind of nods and says,
"Oh, inside will be safe. No worries."
Yes, thank you.
Do you
Lots
need,
of worries. Still lots of worries.
Do you need any help at all? I have a little bit of magic left in me to help heal if needed.
That is very kind of you. However, I think we will take things over from here. It seems like the druids are getting to their limits. However, you all seem to be quite wounded yourselves. Please tend to yourselves if you are able to.
and then he kind of steps away from you as you can see that another group of injured individuals being brought in, and then he kind of goes to them and starts tending them. And you also see, as you kind of step inside of the large church building, the white walls with the stained glass yellow, usually illuminated by the sun. This time, however, at this time of the day, there is no light running inside except the occasional flashes from whatever magical spells are being casted in the distance being illuminated bright enough to even reach here. And you can see the large angelic figure that is at the far end of this room with its wings kind of over it. Almost in a sense now that you're feeling inside a different context. When you first went here and had the meeting with the Light Commander, it seems like it's dominating over you, kind of, enclosing you, forcing you in, evoking a feeling of claustrophobia. But now this angel who spread his wings around you kind of is a symbolism of protection, since it's trying to shield you from whatever's outside. And that is where we're gonna end today's episode.
Still haven't slept.
Right.
I guess no. Do you wish to rest? Or do you...
Fear is crashing.
We would very much need to.
I would find us a lovely corner with some very fancy pillows and blankets, and
I'm already going and looking. Like
the minute Isarel has been told, like, no, you take care of yourself, she just finds a corner and starts meditating.
Okay.
Mentally checked out.
I put like an arcane do not disturb sign right next to us.
Well, then that fits perfectly because you also level up this time.
Yay!
Finally, it was about time.
4th level spell.
Yes.
Oh.
To get this party a bit more interesting, coming up to level 7. Slowly coaching to the big game leagues.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes. To maybe
Nice.
help you face further threats in the future.
What do I...
Yep. Oh yes. Big level up always was about time too.
My sneak attack damage goes up at 7.
Nice.
More damage.
Nice.
4d6.
I will be multi-classing.
Again.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think anybody was gonna do that.
I want
Yeah.
to, but I don't have the right points and the right skills.
I'll be able to, and I think it's gonna fit perfectly with with Isarel's personality and what she's trying to accomplish, and it's I think it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
What do you think?
Nice.
Andrew?
Yeah, I
Curious
think
to
I'm
find
gonna
out.
have a lot of fun. And I'm way too. I can't look at the class because I get too bright.
Illuminated. Oh, God is telling you something.
Quite literally. Quite literally.
Well, yes. While these guys are leveling up, we can close it off here, and we will see you guys next week. See how this will develop. Maybe kind of see what has actually happened here, and
Jeez.
until then, if you think you're safe, you're not safe. Bye.
I don't think
Bye.
we're so much in so much trouble.